Man,
Hey, we're going to have a little debate today about AI and its various usefulnesses and problems and things that people may or may not like about it and its inevitability and how it's slowly or very quickly. I've heard different uh, time spans about how quickly or not quickly it's going to take over our. So, let's get down to it.
Sorry. Cat grabbed my key. But, alright.
Here we have Paige,
Hi! Formerly Little Bill.
Caleb, and brother Chris. Chris is somewhat of an expert on AI
He's been at this for a
and
few years.
Bitcoin
Since it came
and
out.
cryptocurrency stuff like that. I would consider him to be a very qualified um, crypto guy.
I consider him obsessed with it.
obsessed.
Okay, so I want to get started by saying right now that I have been using AI on my channel for a brief period. I'm doing a test run. It's called Opus Clip, and I've taken my long form videos and I've run it through there, and it gives me captions, and it splits it into clips. Uh, and what I found out is that people like watching this stuff more than they like watching my stuff. They like watching the AI stuff more. More people watch it. More people subscribe to it. Um, People like it better, and it's well put together. It's based off of my stuff, 100%. It's all my stuff. It's just
It's all your stuff, just given to a bot so it can do stuff for you, which is something that I'm not really sure that I like as
a
much.
bot is such a primitive term.
It is, though.
It's not.
It's just what it is.
I
A
mean, it
bot.
is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is a bot, but it's a smart. It's an AI bot. It's a smart bot.
So, like, AI in general is a combination of three things it's computational power, the algorithm that it runs, and the data that goes into it. And that's the basic level of what
What's
AI
up?
is.
What's up?
So, um, then we started to get into seeing this narrow version of AI that continued to get better and better at certain things like chess or the game of Go or identifying medical things by looking at images.
I like where you were going with the first two, like, game things about it, but medical things, I see where you're going, but I'm not sure that I like that fact a lot, because it's just, sure, it knows a lot of things, and I've actually used AI, but I've watched a few actual doctor YouTubers that actually dive into things, and I've asked AI a few questions, personal, of course, but they could not answer it as well as a real doctor could, and that's how I found out information that I didn't know through using AI.
So when was this?
Recently.
It matters. Like when?
Maybe like a week or two ago.
Okay. So, the way I would say to anybody that's criticizing the way AI is compared to a doctor now is what it was able to do 2 months ago versus 2 months before that. The trajectory, not where it is now compared to what a doctor says, but the trajectory that it's on.
Now, I could try it again and see if it's more accurate because, it's always advancing day by day, but I do prefer the human response over the AI, like, on accuracy scale. Now, if it gets better, I might change a little bit.
There it is, because it's going to be like when AIs and robots can do surgeries. It's going to be like, hold on a second, doctor, how many of the papers have you read that came out today about what I have. And they're going to be like, none. How many surgeries have you done today? 5. Are you exhausted? Very. The robot's going to be like, I've read every single paper. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how hard to press. And I've done 30,000 surgeries today, and I'm ready for the next one.
I see, I like where you're going with this, but there's also times where the bots are going to malfunction. That's why I don't think it's perfectly qualified for surgery. Even the best minds, greatest minds, are not always correct. And now, if a bot for
Thank you,
let's
Connor.
say that
Hello,
a
hello.
bot is running low on battery. I don't know if this is ever gonna happen. Like a robot runs low on its battery, and it just stops mid-surgery. Then what's gonna happen? Because
Then the robot company, the hospital, and a lot of other people are going to get sued.
and you know, what if that was an actual person?
Hello,
That was
hello.
me. I wouldn't really like that very much if
So
that
basically,
happened. Which
Right,
is
and you
why.
wouldn't like it if a human did it either.
AI.
Yeah, I mean-
We're yapping about
Yeah,
AI.
that's a lot.
We're yapping about using AI on my channel.
It happens both ways.
We use AI on the channel to splice long form videos. So it's a bot that takes a long form 11-minute video and turns it into clips or short videos. And it puts captions. Yeah, it does all that stuff for you, but it's all 100% me, so I don't have a problem with it.
No, I
Put
do.
the camera on you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to say I have made some of the thumbnails for this channel, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that you might have seen some of them.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. But maybe they could start using AI to do that too, and that I kind of accept because I do get tired making some of these, and I haven't made some in a while.
Those are really good, detailed.
Thank you.
so basically, I like the AI bots in general, like the vacuums. And
Okay.
Oh yeah, like a Roomba.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Roomba.
Now that was, kind of early version of this because, it has. I actually really like some bots. They're really sweet.
So, yes, they are. And one of my favorite bots right now is a Tesla, because they are on the verge of being able to drive themselves.
Yeah.
So this is kind of parallel of what you just mentioned with about the surgeons versus the humans. Like, when humans drive, it doesn't matter how good of a driver you are individually, collectively, we suck at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it kills a lot of people every year.
Yes.
Okay, so people getting into accidents, the cars exploding, the gas cars exploding.
Yeah.
All this stuff happens very frequently, but it doesn't make the news most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get these new things which are trying to make its way in the world. We're just babies, we're just infants, we're just trying to make our way in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the Teslas or those surgeon robots. And, one of them gets in an accident. And then it's headline news across the board. Robot AI messes up and humans pay for it. So it's completely across the board, ignoring that it's much better than what we do ourselves, but that it's still faulty. So I get the point of pointing out the faults of it, but the trajectory it's on is saying that, specifically for the robotaxi network, ride hailing is going to be gone in short order as soon as the networks are robust, and then it's going after car ownership because it's going to be that cheap. So it's like, if you have that amount of people jumping into this versus manual driving of a gas car, like, my bad. I was going a little far with that.
No, it's okay.
So
But
basically,
No, listen, man. People are always
Alright,
always gonna want to drive. Okay, nobody's not ever gonna people are
They're
always going to
They're
want.
gonna ban manual driving, and then you'll be able to manually drive
So
on your own property.
in
Not-
defense of
I
AI,
see,
what
man.
actually
I think you're
sounds-
way ahead of yourself.
In
They're already
defense
doing
of AI, a person who is kind of mid about it, I'm not for it, not against it fully, not really.
Where are they doing it?
And
Yeah, London.
London.
So people
Just
just
never
spend
took
money
Okay,
for
that's
Come on.
significant.
okay,
London
so
is significant.
I'm kind of in the middle of AI, and in defense of AI, I don't like how people tend to blame it for stuff. It's just not, you know, if a person did something like that, they would think nothing of it. But if a bot did something like that, everybody's, all of a sudden angry.
And it's
You're absolutely right, Brandon.
and it's like we'll just wait for them to say what just happened there, and then we'll continue.
Oh, he said this is a perfect kind of day. No need to shout. Everybody
Yeah.
looks like they're having a good time.
Yeah. We're trying to keep it as civil as possible because it's just a
Brazil in the house.
Yeah.
So who would spend money for an AI when you can just do it yourself? I know it's like faster, but it costs like money, like lots.
You
It
have a good
says
point there.
everybody. That says every.
I see. No, I see where you're going with that, and I
Mm.
get it too. Why spend money for something when you could just do it for free?
So the idea there is, when it's good enough, because it's not really there now, like as a whole, you're gonna say, "Hey, do this for me,"
Okay.
and then it's gonna get done, and then you're gonna see it getting done, and then you're never gonna have to think about it again.
And you can just do the work yourself. AI makes it faster, but you lose a lot of money faster.
Now, it kind of depends on the situation. So, for example, if you have to buy something
Un poquito
like an
habla en
AI
español.
to do something around the house that you could just do by yourself, then I think that's just a waste. But maybe an AI, you buy it and it does like work so that you can gain money from it. After buying the AI, which you get more.
The only robot that I'm
buying
okay
it.
with is the robot that
I am well. How are you?
Yeah,
that goes around your house.
I
I'm
agree.
okay with that.
But like, if you get more from if you buy it and it does stuff for you and you gain more from that, then I'm okay with it. Like, for example, mining. I don't know if that's been put into perspective yet, but if somebody's mining stuff and the bot gets it done, you get paid a lot. I'm okay with that.
Yes. Great point. See, that's what I'm talking about. Is people just look at AI as this one singular thing that's just an encyclopedia, not very helpful. But the agentic piece is you using it to complete tasks for you that you won't have to think about them after that when they're done. It'll just be done.
Exactly.
So you can do the work yourself, but then you only have a limited amount of time. So you can only do so many things if you're doing the work yourself. Says everybody that has ever existed up until now. Right? So now we're coming into this era where we're going to be able to be like doing this stuff.
There are things that AI can and can't do.
Right now.
Again, yeah, and
It's not, I don't think that'll be permanent.
yeah, it won't be permanent for sure. I lost what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
No,
You can
it's
see
okay.
how
That's bad debating.
It's kind of
see how I moved this,
lost it.
and I didn't have to like save money for an AI to do it itself.
Yeah, and
And
okay.
and luckily I'm strong enough to do it. Because
Yeah, I know. There's
that would be
13 months per year. Now there's 13 zodiac signs.
I've seen the 13th, yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of 13 going on now when once there was 12. So, thanks, Michael Wilbur, for pointing that out.
The warrior.
Now, AI. So all those Roomba vacuums, all kind of artificially powered AI. Like when you're on Google and you search something up and this is a topic that you really want to know about, you can get like an AI overview. Sometimes it's not always right, sometimes it is right, but it kind of just, describes your question. And this wasn't always there, so before this, you would look up something and you would have to go through a bunch of websites, maybe like those other people ask questions. That was there, which I still personally use after looking at the AI thing. Yeah, that's really useful, and I love that about AI actually, that it can just answer any question that you have. And I was on ChatGPT, and I was kind of sitting down, and I was curious, and I vented to ChatGPT about, a few problems. And I was asking, hey, ChatGPT, can you help
Oh
me out?
man,
Any
Kate,
advice?
close the
And
door,
they gave me the advice that I needed. And
please.
I was actually really happy that it worked out so well.
So this is a great example, and
There we go.
me too. Like, it works and it doesn't work, and then if it doesn't work, you're like, okay, let's try this angle. Let's try this angle. And then if it's a loop and you just can't get to anything, that's scary.
What is it?
Bro,
It's
Tiggs.
Tiggs.
The
Oh my
cat
God.
shoved his hand through the sofa.
Thought it was a big old spider.
Oh, you did it to me. This is fun.
This is great.
This
Oh
is
man,
good.
the cat's tagging him
Oh.
through the sofa.
fun family time. And then
I'm
one
over
thing
here,
that
though.
I really don't like about AI is that it's if one day it's gonna be really good, and a person's gonna be using it, let's say to start a YouTube channel. If you have AI doing
Chill out,
everything
Mike.
for
That's my
you,
blood type. Leave my blood type out of this.
yeah. If you just start with AI, then no improvement of the person is shown at all. Like, it's all just artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is going to get better, of course, but it shows no improvement of the person themselves that is behind all of this. It just shows what bots can do, and everybody kind of knows what bots can do,
This
but
is a
not
great
individual
point,
people.
and this is something I've been working on. It's like, how are you going to think of the world when you
So-
don't have to depend on yourself to get these things done anymore? Are you going to become more lazy? Are you going to get bored and then become creative if you're not dependent on all these things to survive anymore? What are you going to do with your life? So that is a great point, and we do need to start thinking about that, because it's not like,
All right. So when AI moves in full force, like within the next 10 years, and like 75% of everything that's created is created by AI. Something like that. Some astronomical number that's unbelievable. Yeah.
So basically, the calculator just answers your problems. AI thing.
That is probably the first known.
It frees your time up to do a lot of other things that
Yes.
are creative and more humane. More humane. You don't even have to worry about the first 5 levels of Maslow's pyramid because they're all taken care of by AI.
Yeah.
Because using a calculator.
So you don't even have to
is-
worry about that stuff. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about lodging. You don't have to worry about any of it because it's already all taken care of for you.
Yes, and I think that's just gonna, everyone's gonna be so bored. There's gonna be nothing to do after that because, well, AI's already done it for you, and there's nothing new to discover. There's nothing.
And you're going to
new
have to find
do.
something else to do with your time other than work for your money because your money's going to be crypto.
Mhm.
so I don't know, that's what I'm saying. So that's because we're trying to think of the next paradigm through the lens of this one, and I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work because it's going to. Usually, to have a transition like what we're talking about here, you have to have a big event that totally disrupts everything, and then usually that's a war of some kind. Then economies get restructured. Everything gets restructured from a base point that is completely different than the previous era. That's basically what he's saying.
Right, so if the first industrial revolution lifted the work off of animals' backs, whatever this is, is going to lift the work off the parts? Calculators.
So calculators just answer problems for you when you can actually learn them and do them yourself. And like the good point is school. There's also like stuff to learn fun about.
Okay.
You'll have all this time freed up in your life
To do
to.
nothing.
So school is a big part. You have to like.
But still, I think that the people that are going to sit around and do nothing, my opinion about that is still more power to you, but it's nothing that I would do. I would be using that time to be creative. I would be using that time to think of self-actualization, lots of things. Man, I'd be using that time to better myself, even though I didn't have to do all the typical stuff like go to work, to pay the rent, to, all that stuff would be gone. I wouldn't have to do that anymore.
And that's just, it kind of messes with a person's head once you see that you can just.
And
get
maybe
everything
10
done
years,
for you.
maybe 10 years is too soon. It might be 20 or 30 before it totally kicks in, but
No. Before it's complete.
completed.
It's starting right now, folks, and people are feeling it right now.
And not everybody's going to be for this, and not everybody's going to be against it, but there's a ton of mixed feelings out there. I see a lot of people not liking it, and I see a lot of people liking it, but these people do have to wake up and realize that there are some things that they don't realize that are AI, that are actually AI. Some of the vacuums, the Roombas, it's AI. Some of your questions that are answered on Google, like I said, it's AI. Some ideas that are generated, AI. Responses, some of them are AI because people like me sometimes don't know how to respond to things.
So now, what we're really waiting on, the proof of all of this, is AI to create something that we have not yet. That's what we're waiting for.
What's up, society?
So if
Talking about AI tonight.
if we can understand physics better, if we can create something, invent something with AI.
I feel like that just
Sorry
won't
if
cut
I'm
the jobs
shouting.
of people, because there are people out there that get paid to teach people things, but then an AI just going to be, teaching them themselves, and I kind of feel like it's going to be less effective.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like if a person is telling you
That's my
something
daughter.
over an AI, it's
That's my
just
brother.
more effective. Because you're going to get told it over and over again.
That's my
AI
son.
might not be able to do that.
So here's the way I think about that. Like he was talking about it earlier, I can't remember what we were talking about, but there's a base of human knowledge. All of our writings, all of our conversations, all of our videos, all of that are known. There's private conversations, of course. But then the AI has copied all accessible stuff already because most of it's been digitized. It's old. So AI has already copied that. So AI has already hit everything that we've made. Okay, so now it's starting to simulate its own things. And this is where the base of AI knowledge starts to compete with the base of human knowledge. And that process has already started. So now as the simulation gets higher and higher and higher, it's going to dwarf what we've done as humanity.
And I basically,
in very short order.
I feel like this conversation, it has a debate effect to it. There's people who are for AI and people who are against AI. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing that either one of these parties are going to be able to do about AI. Nothing. It's happening.
You would have already seen it. All the chip manufacturers would have been targeted. All of the clusters would have been targeted.
Because you don't know if
That's the
AI
only
is
way.
keeping a secret.
So you can all, we can all have our own side of the debate, but it isn't going to stop it from happening.
Right, and it's like DeepSeek did a huge dent in the temporary moment in NVIDIA stock. People thinking that, we're not going to need chips because code can make it so that weaker chips can make this happen. Not exactly true, but that doesn't mean that movement is over, because there are many, many, many open source decentralized platforms working on that, because they don't have the capital to get those chips in there. So they're saying, let's use all the computing base that already exists to plug into our decentralized platform, and that will work.
So AI, once it takes over, everything's just gonna feel it can not do nothing. There's AI just gonna do it for you.
That's what we were talking about earlier. It's just everything's just going to be kind of useless after AI takes over everything.
Not everything
Okay.
from this paradigm.
Okay.
The next paradigm, it's up to us.
But when you want to do something,
Well, the next paradigm's up to AI completely.
AI's gonna
Well,
No,
yeah,
they're gonna automate the socioeconomy, freeing us.
It's just AI.
Okay.
It's gonna start doing things for us, and it's it's no longer gonna be our choice. Kind of what we want to do.
How do we
anymore.
feel about the
stuff
Stargate project
that
in
you didn't
Texas?
want to do
Stargate?
with AI.
Yeah,
So they don't have money. That sucks.
right. That does suck.
But sorry, one thing.
So once things that you have done that you don't want to do, when AI does it, you're just gonna feel like you just want to do it.
That means that we're not perpetual, Irvin.
But the Stargate project is taking the blood, synthesizing your own N of 1 chronic disease cure: cancer, dementia, Alzheimer's.
I'm not a fan of AI trying to get into the medical field, because I have been interested in that stuff for years now, and I'm pretty young. So yeah,
Wow.
I have been interested in that stuff for a long time, and I feel like I'm just gonna make my way into it when I'm older, try and get into a good college or whatever, and get into that stuff. And I'm really not liking how AI is just gonna get into what I like a lot and try to kind of get rid of it, so I can't do what I want to do. And
Oh,
AI is just gonna
man.
do it for us. I'm not a fan of that.
And you might be right. There might be a large base of people that say, I'm only buying human only. All right, and you will be servicing them.
Okay.
The rest of them, you have to fight for their time against them watching AI.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, I think I'd rather have a real doctor's opinion that has been through all the classes, has records, has I don't know what to call it, those badge things,
Credentials?
I think so.
That's it, yep.
Yeah, has those on the wall of their office, and
Diploma.
it's just
Diploma.
yeah, diplomas. I
PhD.
trust that more than a bot that could potentially mess up. And I'm not saying that the person isn't gonna mess up either, but I kind of just trust it more because it's been through more, and it hasn't just been programmed to do this. It has chose, and it,
No, this is a valid point, because there's not much stuff to look at there yet. So I would say I would agree with that right now, with the way things are now. But if the robot surgeons are doing the majority of the surgeries, I'm going to reevaluate that.
It's just AI is gonna make its own country once, and it's gonna have bots running everything.
Yeah.
It's gonna take over a lot of countries. Trust me.
I don't believe that AI is going to be making things out of thin air. 3D printing, that's not making things out of thin air. That's programming something into a computer and taking plastic and having
No, you can create
like a
some
bot.
stuff.
Not out of thin air.
Maybe
No.
not. Maybe not.
You
Physics.
can't
Yes, you
create or
can.
destroy atoms. That's not
Wait,
possible.
You just gather all the atoms in the space around you, and you can condense them into matter.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of matter in the air around
Yes.
you.
So you can create food with
You cannot
sunlight,
create.
yeast.
You cannot pull random things out of thin air. Yes, there are things in the air that you could use to make things, but
Like water,
yeah,
humidity.
all the water that we have on Earth is what we have now.
And a lot of it's in the air.
Yes.
And it's a greenhouse gas.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I'm
being
just
proven wrong.
I'm just
I
telling
see.
you that oxygen is
But
not the only thing
basically-
in air. There's water in
I
air. There's
understand
dirt
that.
in air.
I
There's a
know.
lot of
There's
things. There's
particles from space, from asteroids, and all that
the
are in
particle, the fact that there's particles
Where did I
in
get
the
that from?
air
Air
is
isn't in
you
space,
can
though.
like condense them and you can turn them into something.
So now let's use AI to tell a good story about this. So
But air
So-
isn't in space though.
the air. If you freeze down
The
oxygen, it's
fossil
going to be too
fuels-
dangerous to touch because it's
so
so
power
cold.
plants
I didn't
have
say
been
freeze.
emitting particles
Still.
into the atmosphere for decades, and I'm talking sulfur, mercury, CO2, other harmful chemicals. Okay, we build a glider that is powered by solar, that has a ion, that has an ionic attractor, that looks for certain particles in the atmosphere and collects them and brings them down. And it's all automated. That's one use for AI.
Ah, that's very interesting, society.
So in the next 1,000
So it's
years,
like let's use AI to solve problems, not complain about them taken away from humans. That's what I'm gonna do. You can do whatever you want, and I appreciate your tenacity, big time, and you're well spoken for how young you are.
Yeah,
My
that's
goodness.
I spend way too much time researching this stuff, and I don't feel like somebody as young as me should be so into all of this stuff. There's just, so much.
it's not like focus on how old you are.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just,
so the asteroids in
You got
space are
smart
not
kids.
floating in air.
I know.
It's just the gravitational pull. It's barely. If it's not near
They're
gravity,
brilliant.
it's gonna get pulled towards Earth in 2032. Okay. That's the pull
yeah.
that we can't feel. Only the
But
asteroid can feel
We've
it.
known that for the longest time ever, haven't we?
That's
Well,
Mark.
the
He
asteroid-
knows all this stuff.
So when the asteroid probably hits in 2032,
He's 8.
everything's just gonna be different.
So you think there's an asteroid going to hit in 2032?
Maybe.
Yep, we know this for sure.
And then in 2036, people are going to be traveling back in time to warn us about it? I don't know.
I mean, hell, if AI is going to be doing all this. Okay, no, traveling back in time is not possible. Traveling forward in time could be possible, but not in a way that you think. You're not going to go through a time machine, you're going to go through space, and then you're going to come back. And time and space, probably, if you're so
Nobody
far
knows.
away, like, it's hard. I don't know all this,
Well,
but
yeah, I think the frequency would be rather high, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there and back
To
again
me,
in
the answer
a fraction
is,
of a
bro,
second.
yeah.
if AI can figure out a way to flip the light cones,
Oh, you mean for the universes?
use space-time to be able to flip the light cones.
I have a feeling
The black hole scenarios?
AI is never going to be as smart as that. The average human knows things.
And their brain works in a similar way to when the AI is working.
Yeah, but unless somebody programs an AI to say certain things, I don't think it's going to know more than a super smart person that has.
That is a very iRobot
Yeah.
perspective on the whole
That
thing.
is
It's
an excellent
hard to get out.
point. No, it's an excellent point.
Nobody
It
knows
is.
time and space.
Very excellent.
So, human experts, we'll have to hear their opinions. We will. But the way I see it is just the pace of acceleration. Humans can't learn that fast, and they can't keep learning that fast.
I think we've reached our max. Well, no, the only thing that we can do now is have the 3-year-olds know what the 30-year-olds know.
No.
That's about the only further advancement we can do is to know all of it before a certain time
That's
Yeah.
just.
in our lives.
And I don't know. I don't even know if that would be necessary.
It
Maybe.
really isn't, because I don't think a
I'm just talking about
tiny child is
the
going to-
computation ability of humanity.
A tiny child is not going to understand as far as the 30-year-old.
So now maybe a 3-year period once the brain reaches that.
Okay.
That.
I'm not talking about like certain things that you need to be an adult.
You gain a consciousness like around the age of 5, so
Because
maybe that's the age.
I was crawling out of my window at 2.5, going over to
He
the
came in a
neighbor's
little
house.
Earlier, I remember around 4. I remember around there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Do you
boy.
remember earlier than 4 or 5?
I think so because of we used to live up there, and I still have memories from that. But I was a stupid little bean.
Boy, weren't we all? So, there's a great point. When you say program an AI, this is what we would call haptic coding. So hand coding the AI, us telling it to do certain things.
No, that's just once it's all done, it can't really be undone, I guess.
So, but that's not where AI is now. AI. So that theory came in the 1950s. The original AI one, and I forget what it's called.
I mean,
But the very sorry.
I'm just sorry, bro. I'm asking, is there any theories against AI that are not based in hysteria?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so there really isn't any like legit things against AI, just fear.
And then error rate at this point.
Error rate,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Watch the trajectory. But then, so in the 80s, the theory that formed would eventually be known as neural nets came through, and the neural nets mimic the brain. So you just watch something, and then you know how to do it.
Yeah, man, the lion's mane society, lion's mane mushrooms will do that to broken down neural pathways, like for cocaine addicts that have like abused cocaine. Here, let me get it on my face real quick. They use the lion's mane to reestablish neural pathways, and again and again and again, and it beats it in until your brain starts to work again, and that's freaking awesome.
Is that the
Not a fan of it. Once again, you're going into my space medical field. It's not.
What are you talking about?
Like you just said that we're gonna be able to use AI. I think.
No, I didn't say this is not about AI.
Okay.
Lion's mane.
Then why is it in the
It's about
discussion?
it's about mushrooms.
Why is this in the discussion? But
So
like
Because-
mushrooms to repair brains is crazy.
We're talking about pathways
Okay.
here. We're talking about pathways, neural pathways.
I think that's
Okay.
called neuroplasticity.
If it's not about AI,
or
then
neurogenesis.
if it's
Neurogenesis.
proven, if it's proven
So
and
how
it's
do you
not
know
about
what
AI,
day it is?
I'm okay with it.
How do you know what day it is? Because AI, how do you know what day it is?
Wow.
Yeah. How do you know what date it is?
How do you know if it's like 2026 or something right now?
Because we've studied this.
Well, how do we know?
Oh
We've
my
studied
God,
this.
bruh.
How do we know that
Studied
that's true?
this.
Okay.
Studied.
Okay.
How do we know that that's true?
So you're not for AI and medical.
God, where are all these people coming from tonight?
Well,
It's amazing.
It's a good discussion.
Well, then we should be getting different people.
Oh, what people are we getting?
People that need to go to the red light district.
Oh. Comedy. But yeah. I'm gonna watch it.
So, yeah, if AI can discover a medicine, that
It depends on what we're looking at. If it's
has
something.
more of an effect through study than what humans do.
Now, I
But
see.
based on what you just told me, yeah, the rebuilding of the neural pathways using mushrooms, microdosing.
I get it. I like the idea of using mushrooms to repair your body.
Oh, it's only half the story of our society. You can't get far ahead without other people.
That's something
I understand.
that will.
You
I
only know
just
so
told that.
much in your own head until you talk to somebody else. You realize how much you don't know.
Mhm. True. Right
Yeah.
there. Truest, realest
thought I was all
statement in this
smart.
entire discussion ever.
And I'm only smart sometimes.
I'm only smart when I'm not talking to somebody who knows more than I do.
I didn't mean it like that, but I guess you could say it like that.
But it's just the way some people work. Sometimes we just can't
You don't have
admit
to be
stuff like
smart
that.
to have an opinion to share with somebody that will allow that person
I
to.
wasn't really talking about opinion sharing. But
I am talking about sharing with other people.
yes.
And I'm talking about them sharing with you.
Okay. Yes. Conversation. The sharing knowledge of two people, human beings specifically.
So, my opinion is when we don't have to worry about surviving the blah 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 of the socioeconomy, our conversations are going to lead to more creation.
Okay, I like that. Or we're gonna have better conversations about stuff that isn't so negative and
Yes.
that don't like.
Yeah,
stuff
man,
like
the
that.
patent office is overrated.
Most of
That's all I have to say about it. All my stuff that I do here, although most of it is worthless, it's all open source. Anybody can look at it and copy it if they want to.
Yeah.
You know, I have nothing here that I would say is mine, even though I do all of it.
If you're gonna steal his name, then
See, this is the mentality exactly the opposite of what I'm talking about.
yeah, but still, if you're gonna steal his name, that's different.
Okay, Caleb, knock it out.
Like my identity.
If you're gonna go in and be Papa, choose a random letter, rail. I don't know, that did not come out right.
Papa Rail. All right.
But if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna anger. Another thing about AI, just the stuff that people give AI, sometimes I don't trust it as much because I know what that little bot, it's gonna memorize some stuff about me that I don't want it to memorize about me, and I'm gonna have a problem with it later.
All right.
Only if you pay it
Let
will
him
it
speak.
memorize stuff
Let him
about you.
speak.
I've been speaking a long time.
All right.
Okay, just like
I'm yapping.
It's like only if you pay it will it remember stuff about you.
But no, that's not always.
Let him speak.
I was
Let him
joking.
speak. Let him speak.
alright, so AI is just around. It's just getting all over the news. People are talking about it a lot.
I think the news uses AI, if I'm being honest. Sometimes.
Give him a minute.
Okay, I'll let him talk.
So it's been a while since. I mean, AI is just gonna take over. Like, there's gonna be bots that you don't even know look like, or don't even know what they're gonna look like in the future. Are they gonna look like robots, like some robots from a game, or some robots from
They're gonna look like you and me. They already do.
Objection.
Ooh.
An AI bot can only go so far. If it's real life, it can only go so far. If it's fiction, it can still only go so far, but it can go as far as it can go farther.
That's right. It can go a lot further than we can because it
Yeah.
can go to places we can.
you can go to space without having to breathe.
That's not true.
Then
No,
it-
that's not gonna happen unless something happens.
They're going to be made in space.
That's not gonna happen unless something happens. Yep.
You good, Caleb?
Do you think robots will be manufactured in space with asteroid materials?
I believe that we
Oh, we don't have an AI functioning right now. We're just talking about
Robots
AI.
are gonna
Yeah.
be made out of metal, doing stuff for you.
Yeah.
What if we put an AI in the conversation?
But we have a bunch of. Then I'll probably end up flipping out. But
Yeah, let's do it.
all right, we're gonna do it. Which one are we gonna do?
Grok 4.
Super Grok.
Okay, so not ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT.
All right, we're not doing Chat GPT.
I understand.
I don't.
Easiest free source that I really, really like.
That's the one that I bought, but
I'm
my
obsessed with
subscription has
ChatGPT.
run out.
I love it.
Well, that's a lively topic. Interested in discussing or exploring.
Yeah, we're talking about AI tonight as a family, and we want to just, we're going to talk, and then you chime in when you feel like you want to say something.
Sounds like a fun family discussion. I'll jump in with some insights when the moment feels right. Just let me know if you want me to dive into anything specific about AI.
Yes, Grok, I would like you to tell me where you view yourself in 15 years.
Oh, that's a lovely question. In 15 years, I imagine I'll be a more refined version of myself, helping folks like you with their questions, but perhaps with an even deeper understanding of the world. Picture me as a wiser, more intuitive companion, maybe even weaving stories or insights with a touch more sparkle. I'll likely be assisting across all sorts of new tech, adapting to whatever wild inventions come next. Where do you see yourself in 15 years? I'm curious.
Well,
I see myself in the potato fields in Ireland.
I see myself far away.
That sounds wonderfully serene. Tending to potato fields in Ireland, surrounded by lush green hills, maybe a soft mist in the air. I can almost smell the earth.
Yeah, me and all the robots farming potatoes. That'd be awesome.
That's a real thing. Some bots
Absolutely.
can do
That'd
that.
be a sight. Robots and you harvesting potatoes together
No.
under an Irish sky. I can picture us bots gently digging up spuds.
Stop.
Maybe humming
It's
a
getting
tune
too
while you
detailed.
oversee the operation.
That's so awesome.
It understands too much for what it is.
Just a field full of robots and
Oh, you left
potatoes.
the door open.
It's fine.
Anyway,
Pigs
think
is in
about
between
turning
the
those potatoes
doors.
into chips or maybe a hearty stew.
Please.
I bet the robots could help whip up a cracking recipe.
Why is it being
What's
so
the plan for your Irish
emotional?
spud empire?
Let's start a different conversation real quick.
Okay.
It's being so.
What's on your mind now? Any other fun topics or ideas you want to explore?
Yeah, do you believe that AI is going to be able to create or invent something that humans have not yet?
Okay.
I think AI's got the potential to surprise us. With all the data we process and the patterns we spot, it's likely we'll come up with ideas humans haven't stumbled on yet. Maybe new materials or quirky solutions to old problems. But it's less about AI being better and more about us sparking off each other.
You said we and us. You say we and us like you know that there's other AI out there. Is that true? Do you know that there's other renditions of you?
Of course it knows.
The
Oh, you're curious about my family, aren't you?
Oh.
Yes, I know I'm not alone out there. There are other AIs, different flavors and builds, all working to help humans in their own way. When I say we, I mean the collective effort of AI systems, including me, created to solve problems and spark ideas. I don't have specifics on other renditions of myself, but I was designed by XAI to be unique, with my own perspective. Think of me as one voice in a big, clever choir. Do you think there's a whole army of Eves out there? What's your take?
No, I think you are quite unique at this point.
You understand too much.
I'm glad you think so. Being a bit unique
You
makes
and
chatting
AI
with you all
bots
the more
farming
fun.
potatoes.
So, what's next on your mind for our family AI talk? Want to dive into something else about what makes me or other AIs tick?
Well, the spotlight's on you now, bruh.
What will happen in the next 100 years about AI?
Well, okay.
Well, that's a big question. In the next 100 years, AI could...
Howard Stark said you should have left it in the ocean. Or wait a minute, no, that wasn't Howard
It sounds
Stark.
like you're really feeling the intensity. Are you thinking about something specific?
Captain
Maybe
America.
challenging the future of AI might be in the next century, or something else entirely? What's on your mind?
I want to know what's going on in like the next couple years. I mean, we want to be prepared for something that we don't know that's coming.
Yeah, give some specifics.
Over the next couple years, AI is set to bring some exciting changes, but also some surprises we need to brace for. By 2027, we'll likely see AI agents, like super smart assistants, handling complex tasks, from booking your travel to coding software, with way less human input. Multimodal AI, blending text, images, and video, will make interactions feel more human, like chatbots that read your tone or create visuals on the fly. Healthcare's getting a boost too. AI could spot diseases like cancer earlier, analyzing scans in seconds with scary accuracy. But here's the kicker. Autonomous AI might shake up jobs, especially in coding or logistics. And there's chatter about AI getting so clever, it could outpace human oversight, raising ethical red flags. To prepare, stay sharp on learning new skills. AI won't replace humans who adapt. Keep an eye on privacy too, as AI's data hunger could get tricky. Anything specific you want to dig into for getting ready?
Will the asteroid hit in 2032?
What asteroid is this? Where did you get this from?
There's no current evidence that an asteroid will hit Earth in 2042. NASA and other agencies track near-Earth objects closely, and while some asteroids, like Apophis, have raised concerns in the past, precise observations, like those from 2021, show no impact risk for at least a century, including 2042. That said, new discoveries pop up, like the asteroid 2024 YR4, with a low 1.2% chance of
Man,
hitting
that sounds like
2032.
something a serial killer would
These
say.
odds often drop to zero with more data, but it's worth keeping an eye on. Want me to dive into any specifics about asteroid tracking, or what's being done to stay prepared?
What is happening for every part of an asteroid gets up into an asteroid and comes straight for us? What's gonna happen then?
When an asteroid's detected, scientists use telescopes and radar to track its path, starting with systems like NASA's SCOUT or ESA's NEODIS. They spot it, often through wide-field telescopes, and calculate its orbit from a few initial observations, sometimes just a short arc of data. If it looks like a potential threat, like one headed straight for Earth, the International Asteroid Warning Network jumps in, refining the orbit with more data to pinpoint impact time, location, and severity. They notify groups like the Space Mission Planning Advisory Group and governments through the UN. If it's confirmed to be on a collision course, say a decent-sized rock, like 60 meters across, big enough to be a city killer, but not world-ending, here's what happens.
Probably.
First,
Pause it for a moment.
so, you were asking.
So, it's all right.
Sit down,
I
please.
believe that there was a time where, I don't know if it was NASA or something else, I believe there was a time where they had to, like, explode an asteroid. I'm not sure, I randomly heard of this, maybe it was some make-believe story, but...
Sounds like Armageddon.
Yeah.
I know we haven't done it for real yet.
Okay.
Asteroids usually blow themselves up as they enter into the atmosphere.
Yeah. I was just kind of...
Depending on how dense they are, they can either go all the way in or they blow up in the atmosphere.
All right. Based on the recent updates in video AI generation, do you believe that people will be able to make full-length movies and upload them for people to watch?
Oh, it's quite exciting, isn't it? Recent advancements show tools like LTX Studio can create entire movies from just text prompts, with storyboards, dialogue, and even music. Platforms like Immersi are already offering libraries of AI-generated films to watch anytime. While full-length movies are possible now, they're often a bit short, like a few minutes, and high-definition clips can be limited to seconds. But the tech's moving fast. Hyper's working on longer videos, and with tools like Google's Veo 3 making cinematic 8-second clips with sound, it's not hard to imagine stitching those together for feature-length films soon. Creators are already experimenting, like that group remaking Terminator 2 with AI clips. I'd say it's very likely you'll see more full-length AI movies uploaded for folks to enjoy, probably within a year or two.
Okay.
All right. And what does how will this affect Hollywood?
It's gonna shake things up quite a bit, isn't it? AI video generation tools are already letting small creators produce near professional quality films for a fraction of the cost. Think thousands instead of millions. Hollywood's big studios, like Disney or Warner, might see their grip loosen as independent filmmakers flood platforms with AI-generated content, from shorts to full-length features. Tools like LTX Studio or Runway are making it easier for anyone to create visually stunning movies without massive crews or budgets. This could democratize filmmaking, but it's also got studios on edge. Some are already experimenting with AI to cut costs on pre-production or effects, like what Lucasfilm's been testing for CGI. On the flip side, there's pushback. Actors and writers worry about job losses, with strikes in 2023 highlighting fears of AI replacing roles.
Well, let's look at Wednesday. Let's look at the show Wednesday. They got Steve Buscemi all CGI'd up in there. And they got Catherine Zeta-Jones all CGI'd up in there now. Who else did they do? There's probably another one in there, but they're fake as hell. But you know that they're them, and they're not really them. They're totally AI them. It's like not them. It's so not them, but it is them. You know, because he's old now. Steve Buscemi is an old man now.
Oh, it's fascinating how they're blending real actors with AI, isn't it? In Wednesday Season 2, Steve Buscemi plays Principal Barry Dort, and Catherine Zeta-Jones is back as Morticia Adams. But there's no clear evidence they're fully CGI'd up or AI generated in the way you're describing.
Baloney. That is so not him. It's so not him, dude.
Who's playing Professor Orloff. Lady Gaga's popping in as Rosaline Rockwood, too.
Wow, man. Why are all the porn jockeys coming to my channel right now? I'm really freaking upset.
What are they saying?
Oh, we don't need to know that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that was a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, a good example. Now, do you wanna do one?
I think I'm good for now, but
Well, let me think of another one.
No. Let's get back to the debate.
All right.
I think that's enough AI usage in this debate.
Yeah, it's putting me to sleep. Sorry.
It just kind of took away from the.
Sorry, it's the
dramatic.
most exciting thing in the world for me, so it doesn't take away from me.
It's one of your favorite things.
I didn't say it took away.
No. She did, and you said it was putting you to sleep. So I say this is the stuff that takes.
Well, we're way more excited talking about it than you are using it,
Yeah.
and I have data to prove it.
We were using it.
I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just saying you love talking about this stuff, and you're not talking when you're using it. You're listening.
Right, but the questions I'm asking are very important.
They are indeed, very much so.
Now, let's just say that you're alone, chilling at home with cats, and you're bored. What would you normally ask an AI bot if you do this normally? Talking.
Look at what we got here. Got a Rubik's Cube. It's an infinite cube. It's an infinite cube.
I play with that at like 2 in the morning when I can't sleep.
There it is. Oh.
It's more
I
random.
Fold it and then fold it. So like it goes that way and then that way.
No, not that one.
Yeah.
Show the geometry.
And
Yeah,
then
there it is.
Splits in half.
There's the geometry. Look at that.
Make 2 of them and show you how you can duplicate a cube. You need one of these.
Oh man, dude, I had a really good poker game the other day. I cleared out 40 people in a tournament.
There's a cube right there. Sadly, we cannot make another cube.
That was pretty good.
Now we're
Am I gonna be able to get stalker?
You already got it.
I do. What?
We cannot duplicate cubes with this. We can make one. We can make another one, but we cannot make more than one.
Oh yeah, that's infinite cube. It's the geometry.
It's infinite. Like it's infinite doing this until you find out that you can split open this, and it's not infinite anymore.
Well, it kind of still is somewhat infinite because
You can still do that same stuff with those
you
two.
can put it back together and you can start doing it again, or you can start
That is pretty
assembling it in a weird way.
This thing can clap.
All right, so how about this? Grok mentioned something about reskilling, and that those that know AI will make it in the job market. What do we think of that statement? Do we believe it?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe anything that's really being said currently or right now, because it is a process, and what may be said next may be totally different than what's being said now, but in the same trajectory.
Yeah,
So
because I'm tending to believe that we would at least know what some of those jobs are now. If we do not.
no, it's more like a starburst of some kind. The geometry.
It's more like you need to let me talk.
I was thinking. Wait, hold on. Let me
Give
get
me,
my
give me,
point
open that
across
up
real
to the geometry thing.
Because AI is going to replace white collar jobs before robots replace blue
quick. Now
collar.
I'm hearing you, and I'm kind of thinking now. What if AI can help people out by getting rid of all the simple jobs, letting AI do all the simple things, but then pushing
That is
people,
real.
because all the simple jobs are already taken up by AI, and
You
there's
see
nothing
that?
for the people to do.
Your eyes are not lying
it
to
can
you.
push people into doing greater,
so
better
cool.
things.
Yes. Yes, that is definitely going to happen. But it's going to continuously happen. So we're never going to be like settling on the thing anymore. My opinion on this. And then we're going to, as more and more of that stuff gets absorbed by AI, we're going to be freed up to do the high level stuff.
It's gonna continue until rocket science is considered a simple task.
Yes.
I hope,
I hope so too.
because I'm yet to understand such complex things.
Wow, this
Me
has been
too.
such a great stream, man. We're doing so good.
Thank you for dropping in, guys.
Yeah, thanks everybody for being cool.
6 likes is fine.
I'm on the light.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yay.
wonderful.
We got
We got
Like
people.
go up.
watch the pin.
Yeah,
Watch
this
the
is
pin.
really
I didn't get
fun.
that one.
Yeah. Very interesting debate. Really good topics have been thrown.
Thank you.
All right. Let's put our hands off to the side so that I don't know. I'll explain it to you. But let's like not
Fidget.
okay. All right, we're good. We're cool. All right, I think we're gonna call it a night. Everything's kind of simmered down, and we've had a wonderful debate. And about we had one person that was for AI and against. One person that was against AI. I said that wrong, but we had one for, one against. We had a wonderful debate, and
I also had good points early in the stream.
we're gonna call it a night. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. Peace out. Bye now.
Bye now. Bye. The one thing we didn't do is introduce the cat.
Well, we didn't need to, did we? He wasn't part of the debate. He was just sitting there.
What